When I had to take an online hiking class to fill a requirement to get an associate's degree, I was at first annoyed about this extra thing in my busy schedule. While some writing assignments for the class did feel like busy work, the actual hikes were a great experience to have. I felt many personal benefits on my hikes. I felt more mentally healthy because I was forced to take a break from school and everything else to walk in the woods. They built a form of exercise into my schedule that I would not have had otherwise after cross country ended. Aside from personal benefits, hiking benefits the world by helping nature and supporting communities in a way that is not invasive. Hiking is also not as difficult as it seems. You can fit it into a few hours with the right circumstances, and it's accessible to anyone and is not a huge commitment. In this speech, I'm hoping to convince you to go hiking, because it is an accessible way to improve your health and it benefits the world. Hiking has many personal health benefits. It's a form of physical exercise that's also fun and just feels like a casual activity. It doesn't feel like as much of a chore as other exercise sometimes can. According to the National Park Service and the American Hiking Society, who cite various researchers, hiking improves the health of your lungs, heart, and bones, and improves your balance and mental health too. Hiking improves your heart by giving it practice pumping blood at a faster rate. According to 43 separate CDC studies cited by the American Hiking Society, or AHS, exercise such as hiking generally decreases the likelihood of heart disease. According to the AHC, hiking also helps decrease hypertension and lowers your blood pressure by 4 to 10 points generally. Physical activity improves respiratory health because you're moving and breathing. These benefits apply to all forms of exercise, but there are benefits specific to hiking. It improves your balance because you're walking on the rough terrain of a path. It also improves your bone density, and you get more vitamin D from the sunlight. Hiking also benefits your mental health. The National Park Service says it lowers risks of depression, citing Stanford University researchers. Instead of sitting inside stressing about stuff, you can take a break to feel active and connected with nature. Hiking calms anxiety by giving you a break from your screens and problems. It's an activity you can do with your family and friends. On an easy hike, you can socialize and be more connected just by talking with no distractions other than nature. Extreme hikes can help you build bonds by overcoming a difficult task together. Aside from helping yourself, hiking does things to help the world. You can learn about environmental issues on a deeper level and feel more connected to the world. Hiking increases your awareness about the environment and makes environmental issues feel more tactile. When you feel connected with nature, you're less likely to harm it, which helps everyone. When you go hiking, it also gets other people to go hiking, which creates an endless cycle of awareness about nature. Supporting parks also makes them have more researches to help the environment. Trails also build communities. They bring tourism and people buy from businesses and support a community without causing harm to it. This benefits specifically rural areas by bringing people into these places that don't necessarily have many other attractions. According to the Rails and Trails Conservancy, trails are one of the main factors that drive small-town tourism. As long as you're nice and don't take anything, hiking on trails can only help a community. Hiking is an accessible form of exercise and entertainment. As Lauren Kylo of Common Ground Outdoor Adventures stated in an interview, the beauty of hiking is that it is for all abilities. There isn't a person with a disability that we couldn't take out on a hike. When people think of hiking, they often imagine walking for miles on end up a steep mountain or surviving in the wild. In reality, there are trails for people of all skill levels. People with disabilities can go on hikes on paved or flat paths, and they still have great views and can be involved with nature. Lots of trails are free. You can just show up and hike on a trail. You can find these trails through physical guides or just on the internet. Hiking doesn't require expensive equipment. You just need the shoes you have, or in some cases, hiking shoes. Other than that, first aid, flashlights, and water are good things to have too, but these are likely things you already have and don't need to buy specifically for hiking. You can really hike anywhere at a local park, on the bigger trails in national parks, or any other trail that you happen to find. Hiking is not a big time commitment. You can often do a hike in just a few hours, depending on the distance from your house, the length of the hike, etc. Hiking helps you feel more healthy, both physically and mentally. It helps nature and communities. By learning about the natural world, you can end increasing tourism, which helps support businesses in rural areas. You also don't have to sacrifice too much time or money to go on a hike. If more people went hiking, they'd be happier and healthier, and the world would overall be a better place.